Friendship became a number. No thanks to social media that gamified friendship. By coining terms like followers, friends, likes, etc., social media turned connection into a scoreboard. Now we measure worth in engagement, not empathy. And that's dangerous. Because real friendship isn't trackable. It's felt, built, lived. So how do we reclaim real connection? How do we break the addiction? 1. Get intentional. Use social media. Don't let it use you. 2. Start offline. Call someone. Voice note them. Show up. 3. Share the unfiltered. Be real. Be awkward. That's where the good stuff lives. Connection is still possible, just have to go beyond the screen. We got tricked into thinking friendship lives in notifications, but it lives in effort. So, what is your relationship with social media right now? Regardless of where you are, how can you move forward? You already know social media friendships can feel real, but not all of them are real. So how can we turn casual likes and comments into meaningful digital friendships? Because connection is still possible online, you just have to be intentional. Let's talk about how to do that. Real talk. You attract the type of connection you put out. If your content is all filters, trends, and surface-level vibes, you'll mostly attract surface-level engagement. If you want depth, then you have to be deep. Share what you're learning. Be honest when you're struggling. Let people see you, not just your highlight reel. Vulnerability creates space for real people to show up. So how do you recognize true friendships? Here are some green flags to look for. 1. They ask follow-up questions about your life. 2. They respond even when you're not performing. 3. They support without always needing something back. It's not about how often they reply. It's about how present they are when they do. So, how do you know when to move from comment to conversation? Most online friendships start in the comments. But if you want to build something more real, slide into the DM with intention. Hey, loved what you said about X. Want to grab a virtual coffee sometime? Share voice notes to add warmth and tone. Don't be afraid to ask deeper questions. Questions like, what is something you are working on right now that no one sees? It takes guts. But real connection always does. Trust is built through consistency and care. That means respecting boundaries, not ghosting without explanation, showing up when you say you will also. Match energy. If they're sharing deeply and you're only replying with emojis, it's not balanced. Mutual effort builds digital trust. Also, what red flags should you watch out for? Yep, even online, friendships can be toxic. Watch for people who only reach out when they want something. Passive-aggressive responses, constant one-upping, or making you feel small. Friendships should make you feel seen, not drained. If someone makes you second-guess your worth even digitally, it's okay to disconnect. Some of the best online friendships become real-life ones, if it feels right and safe. Try Zoom Hangouts, co-working sessions, meetups, or events. There's a magic that happens when you take things beyond the screen. It cements the bond. Digital friendships can be deep. They can be real. They can even become lifelong bonds. But it doesn't happen by accident. You have to show up with realness, courage, and effort. Have you ever made a real friend through social media? Tag them below and thank them. And if you haven't yet, maybe it starts today. Let's talk about something that nobody really preps you for. When a social media friend just fades away, or stops responding, or worse, ghosts you after being super close. The hard truth is that sometimes people outgrow each other online. But instead of taking it personally, there's a healthier way to process it. So let's get into that. So how do you know when someone's drifting? It's usually subtle. They stop engaging with your content. Replies get shorter or delayed. That easy back and forth suddenly feels forced. It doesn't always mean you did something wrong. Sometimes people evolve, and their attention, energy, or focus shifts. That's human. Let's be real. Losing an online friend hits different. You don't get closure. There's no final conversation. It's just silence. And because the friendship lived in DM, stories, and comments, you keep bumping into their digital ghost. And that adds to the ache. We tend to internalize the drift. Did I say something wrong? But often, it's not personal. Maybe they're battling burnout, shifting their digital boundaries, evolving in a new direction. Friendship isn't always meant to last forever. Some people are here for a chapter, not the whole story. So it is not always about you or what you did wrong. So what to do when the energy shifts? First, don't chase. Pause. Ask yourself, have I reached out recently? Is the effort mutual? Do I feel respected in this dynamic? If not, send a kind message to check in. But don't beg. If it's one-sided, let it breathe. Space reveals who values the connection. Find a way to cope. Because losing an online friend still counts as grief. Give yourself permission to mourn the bond, journal, or talk about it. Unfollow or mute if seeing them hurts. You're not being dramatic. You're being human. Here's the silver lining. Every time someone leaves, you create room. Room for healthier connections. People who match your growth, friendships that align with your now. Find new bonds though, but don't rush into them. Stay open, curious, and real. The right people feel effortless. Friendship loss, especially online's real, but it's not the end. You're still someone worth knowing. You're still worthy of connection. Have you ever lost an online friend? Drop a comment about how you handled it or what you learned. Have you ever wondered why social media friendships feel real and why it's so hard to put your phone down? It's not just you. It's by design. We're breaking down how social media turned connection into currency and how we got addicted to the illusion of friendship. Back in the day, friendships came from school, work, the neighborhood. Then MySpace and Facebook changed everything. Now, you friend someone with a click. That lowered the bar for connection and suddenly, quantity felt like quality. 1,000 followers equals popular. But are they friends? Not really. Social media made friendship accessible but also shallow. And then it gets wild. Platforms are built to keep you hooked. Like literally, psychologists are behind these designs. Every like, a dopamine hit. Every message, a little reward. Every scroll, a chance at feeling seen. That's how the addiction forms. And we start mistaking those quick hits for real friendship. But it's not deep hits designed. Social media friendships thrive on performance. You post the highlight reel. They react. But the relationship is based on content, not connection. The more we perform, the more validation we crave. And when we don't get it, we feel rejected, even if nothing's changed in real life. We're addicted to being perceived on, afraid to be ourselves.